Lucian on Vaval Central.
Yep, as we building up, we're going to run the second from Lucian, the second tune being Better.
The gang was bad. Our fathers worked hard, so much sacrifice to live this paradise. I know survival is for the fittest, but oh my goodness, we get so heartless, like we gone back in time when poverty and crime was the author of the day. I wonder what our fathers would say. So I'm making a plea, hope you agree with me. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. We cannot continue with the things that we do. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. Every day is a death, there will be no one left. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. Our kids' inheritance, like we blow all at once. Let's leave St. Lucia better than we found it. So let's preserve and enhance and not leave to chance. I know for our children we must save what's entrusted to us. I know there is no I in team, don't mind how it seems. We have to wake up so we can live the dream. Let's live a legacy of progress and prosperity. Hey! Whoa! Babado, babado, babado. French and British reign left we with the strain. Took the best we had, left us hurting bad. But in our people, we inherit gold. Each day unfolds strength, still untold. Through the years with faith in Christ, sacrifice that paid the price, till the land endured this strife. Helped shape this hard-won paradise. They took all our gold, left we in the cold. Right, St. Lucia, better than they found it. They sowed the seeds of divide, but we still got pride. St. Lucia, better than they found it. We still bearing the scars, but we reaching for stars. St. Lucia, better than they found it. We strong and we wise, with fire in we eyes. St. Lucia, better than they found it. So no more blame and shame, let's elevate the name Ionola. We know who we are, let's carry it far, Ionola. There is no I in team, don't mind how it seems. We have to wake up so we can live the dream. Let's live a legacy of progress and prosperity. Babado, babado, babado. The baby boomers, overachievers.
That was Lucian on Vaval Central. Track called Better.
Back on Vaval Central, we are looking forward to the tunes which will form the basis of the semi-finals over on Sunday. That's in the Calypso over at the National Cultural Center. We're here with Caio Francois, as we mentioned. We're going in a bit to Solange. Nerdy is already here. Nerdy has lots to say on his contribution to the season. Caio, we are interested at this point, just a teaser, the preparation for you responsible for overseeing infrastructure and all the technical production for the carnival. Tell us where we at as far as many are assessing tremendous progress. What are the main areas we have made progress over the last decade or so?
So, I mean, morning Vaval Central, morning Teddy.
Morning, sorry.
Iowa ranking, I haven't seen in a while. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, Teddy, as you said, progress. We have made a lot of progress over the years. St. Lucia, in terms of the quality of productions, in terms of the quality of our events, as you know, we've become a sort of a hotspot in the region, establishing ourselves along those lines. And part of it has been through continuous advancement and development of the productions and the delivery of our productions and events, not only at a national level, but at a private level as well, especially in the carnival sector. A lot of that has to do with the investment by service providers in constant dialogue with persons like myself and other production personnel throughout the island, in terms of getting the right technologies in, moving with the times, and just the constant drive to keep improving the product.
Just the context for the public, we're speaking to Caio Francois, who's employed essentially Events St. Lucia. That's the company set up to oversee and in fact execute events, national events around the year throughout the calendar. And of course you charge with Jazz, St. Lucia Jazz, two of the monsters being St. Lucia Jazz and St. Lucia Carnival in quick succession.
Back to back.
In fact, Caio will get into the main areas and stressing the main areas where we have seen the improvement and what direction we could go. But we must make the point that was being made that the artists have been speaking about the airplay and the run-up to the airplay and the exposure. Is a double-edged sword, as they say. We do have a mega festival, world-class festival called St. Lucia Jazz, but it does block a significant space as far as the build-up to Carnival. The nation, the media almost wait till Jazz is over to get sprung into full Carnival mode. Your perspective on that?
Yeah, Teddy, I have to say though that has been a constant dialogue among the artists. But I have to say that this year, I think the music was released very early. It actually, I heard songs being released in May. So I think the artists are at a stage where they have forgone this conclusion that we have to wait till Jazz is over, and the music is coming out a lot earlier. We will always have that sort of brother and sister sort of battle between the two festivals, but I think the artists have made a concerted effort this year. A lot of songs, I remember calling and saying, "Well, I tell you, I'm hearing a lot of music out early, right after, even during the festival." So I think the artists are now focused on getting their product ready. So as soon as that jazz season has ended, we push straight into Carnival.
Yeah. And talking of jazz and Carnival again, the juxtaposition, the aspect of feeding off each other. How has explained to the public how has the jazz festival, or hosting it over a period of about 30 years, has helped raise the level of production on St. Lucia and indeed infrastructure?
Right. So you can understand over 30 years, we moved from a period where BET used to produce our jazz festival. They were the production, they handled concert production for the jazz festival for many, many years. And that changed in 2015, where we saw the awarding of concert production to for the first time to a local company, in that of MC Sounds. And I think that was a pivotal moment. And I think that really opened the floodgates for us to really not only MC, but for other service providers to follow in those footsteps and start to develop their product, invest in their product, and it also allowed them to go after the more modern and current technologies within the market. I think that at that time, and kudos to the decision makers at that point in time, for taking such a bold decision and entrusting that, we had come to the point where a St. Lucian company, closely guided and supported by experts, from overseas could take the realms of producing a jazz festival. And that naturally would transcend into carnival, because that technology that has been brought in specifically for the jazz festival has now transcended into producing St. Lucia Carnival. So we spend no effort where that is concerned. We always striving to give our shows the best when it comes to the infrastructure, the production, calling out when we see need for improvement, and need for development. So I think the truth is the Jazz Festival has, in a way, transcended into the development of our carnival product as well.
Yeah. I was pressing for you to get specific for the public on the areas that have the quantum leap and improvement with stage, sound, screen.
Yeah. So of course, you go to most events in St. Lucia now and you see those huge LED screens, the introduction of iMag, image magnifications, where you don't have to be up front and in front of the stage to see the performance. We've made strides in the technology of sound, as you can imagine. We went from analog to digital. That is where the world is.
The time when we had to wait for evening time to see a screen, for example.
Yes, exactly, where we went from projectors. So you didn't see anything until after 6 or 7. But now we have screens that could operate in broad daylight. The special effects. You have a lot of upcoming companies moving in terms of special effects, pyrotechnics. I was always one trying to push the envelope. I think when we came into that space study, we entered in an era where everybody was a cordless mics, and the technology of wireless mics had already existed, and I was like, why are we not using wireless mics? I've seen persons wanting you to sign waivers for using the technology of wireless mics. So we've made a lot of strides where that is concerned. The use of in-air monitoring, some persons may or may not know what that is, but it's basically a technology that the bands use, or the musicians on stage use now, that allows them to hear and process the music a lot better.
So we have earplugs with basically making them hear themselves and the sound, because for the benefit of the public, that they're always in the live production monitors. This will be the big boxes in front of the stage where the musicians hear how they sound to keep the timing and the tenor and so. And now you're seeing this in-air
monitors, wireless in-air monitors. We've moved to that technology. A lot of the bands use it. It makes you for a cleaner sound because there's less noise on stage. You may still see the big boxes, but a lot of time that is because of redundancy. So should the in-air monitors fail, you have your go-to monitor as your backup. So one thing in these productions, we must always have redundancy and backups, especially in areas of sound, generators steady. Gone are the days where we know shows would have to stop because of power issues and stuff like that. I think we've come a long way along those lines. The staging, the size of stages we could put up now. As a matter of fact, speaking of which, we have something exciting or new for the SAB this year. I know last year, Teddy, we introduced some bleachers because there was that cry for seating, and the investment was made through the minister, commission that we acquire some bleachers, and we have done so. So now we could seat close to 1,000 persons at the SAB.
That's good news for the mature Calypso fans.
Yes.
That they have proper seating up to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
That's in addition, of course, to the paid VIP and the persons who pay for the VIP experience.
Exactly.
So you had the bleachers last year. You're saying there's something new this year?
Yeah. So well, we want to deploy. As of today, the works will commence at the SAB. We want to deploy what I would say is probably one of the largest stage covers in the region, which would be another hallmark for our St. Lucia Carnival and our event productions going forward. Basically, this stage cover will cover the entire stage.
Okay.
So you understand that we always face challenges with the elements and the weather, and sometimes we've been fortunate where we have not had to stop a show in its entirety because of the weather. But so again, the constant investment one service provider has is actually sort of like a custom design in terms of the size, so that your entire stage is covered. Should the weather change, should we have rain, should it be pouring, that stage is safe, the musicians are safe, and the ingress of water will not cause us to have to stop a show or an event.
Okay, that's interesting. A far cry from the days when Lady Lynn, who happens to be here managing one of the artists, used to perennially be crying from her asthma condition and getting wet in the rain. The rain almost seems to have waited for Lady Lynn year after year.
Wow.
That was almost a feature at the Minderfellow Park and Marshall Grounds. Lady Lynn suffered for years and clamored for a covered stage. This is really a big leap from those days.
Yeah.
Other features, Caio, that you find outstanding?
So I want to say that the parade, I mean, that's always that's also a hallmark of the carnival. And
the route, people are very keen about what the route. Just saying good morning quickly to Nerdy. Nerdy is in the house. Nerdy will be with us today for his feature interview and performance. Also, Afa Ale is there. We have artists from the Takeover tent, and of course, all 7 Carnival Queen contestants are here for the final media appearance. They're here on Vaval Central. We've seen them a bit. All 7 of the Carnival Queen contestants, along with Nerdy and Asa Ale, Calypsonians from the Takeover tent, and lots more.
Yeah, so the technology continues. I mean, we've moved to Teddy, the live streaming and the cameras being wireless. No longer guys have to be pulling cables along behind them when they're trying to get those shots and stuff. We've gone completely wireless in most circles where that is concerned. The ability for us to stream using fiber optic technology and persons to watch the events in real time, is also strides that we've made. And the fact that we broadcast in high definition, all these little details sometimes persons may take for granted, but we've made a lot of strides where that is concerned.
I got a message right away, as you mentioned, the parade and the route.
Yeah.
I wanted you to establish what is the route for Carnival Monday and Tuesday, and then what other aspects as far as production you want to highlight for the parade.
The route basically is what we have known it to be up until last year. No major changes, so the bands will all assemble and start from the Mega J point, descend John Compton Highway by the Sab, get into Castries, and they will then cross the stage on Jabati Street.
That's next to Massey
Supermarket. The notable point there is for this year would be
okay, let's keep going for that guy. So you turn right next to the grocery bus stand.
You turn right. Yes.
Turn right again on Jeremy.
Turn right on Jeremy. However, Teddy, there's still some ongoing dialogue in terms of the possibility of extending the route through the city. I could tell you, which happened last year, but even extending it further for this year, because in the years gone by, we used to make, instead of taking the right onto Jeremy, you used to take that left turn onto Jeremy and go towards the chaussee, and then take a right on, by Singer, perhaps, and go up to Meekwood Street, take another right and head down to that other side of town towards the port.
So what's being proposed this year?
So that's an ongoing dialogue. Okay. That's an ongoing dialogue. Because what it is some of the bands' numbers have increased. I'm understanding we may have bands beyond 1,500 persons. 1,500 has been the cap for the past few years. Again, with the growth of the carnival, I'm hearing numbers might be approaching 2,000.
Right.
So, we have to constantly look at how we create the space for all these large bands to operate with.
In the context, yes, somebody's message. Yes, Nerdy is on this morning. Nerdy fans. Nerdy is on. After it's on, the Carnival Queen contestants, all 7 are on.
Yes.
And Calypso from Takeover Tent and a lot more. Caio, established for them what was the route last year?
So the last year, so once they got to Jabati Street, where they crossed the stage, they took a right by the Grocery bus stand. You pass Dealey's, you take a right onto Jeremy Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the market.
To the market, and then you make a left, head down towards
KFC.
To KFC, down the town hall, and then you take a ride by the cathedral.
Right. And
Yeah.
you went right down to where? Right down to the Slasper.
The Slasper, you went all the way down to Slasper and take a right. Take a right, and then you the old customs building, you come back up Jeremy Street, and then you take a left by the Vendors Arcade and you exit the city.
That's what we had last year. So as of now, that still remains the route.
That still remains the route. That still remains the route. If anything happened, it would just be to create some more, to expand the route within the city. As of this year, the point to note also is with the opening of the Anchorage, Teddy, at Jobati Street, I think it will allow for a new dynamic. It will allow for better spectatorship by the crossing, where the bands cross the stage, because that has been a bit of a cry, because we just have not had the expanse.
Right.
And with the new Anchorage property, I was talking to Sunita about it yesterday. She says we could utilize it. So I think we will have a new experience around that main stage in the city.
Right. Interesting, and to look forward to all the new aspects. We're speaking of Coyote Francois, who is the head of all production and technical matters for the major national events on St. Lucia. We also going to be speaking to the Pantime Steel Band, who join us. Nerdy is up next as they go through, but we go in Iowa to the build-up, reminding persons of the big semi-finals and everything ready for the Soca semis and the semi-finals. Yeah, everything is ready. Everything is on route for that. I mean, Teddy, the rehearsals have been going steady. We have the artists. We have the service providers already in check. So the semi-finals on Sunday, similar to last year, indoor-outdoor experience. Big screen outside.
Big screen outside. There will be seating outside, so persons can sit on the outside and take in the show. Outside will be a nice lime, and you have the hardcore, fans who sit inside the cultural center. So similar to last year, it will be the same. Both the visual and the audio will be well represented on the outside as well. Okay. Interesting. We're going to Solange, a double play from Solange. The first one's Ambition. She's a semi-finalist.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? That is for ground. Solange, girl, I loved your song. I find last year you come real strong for the crown. Yes, you should have taken the crown. Solange, you had your ups and downs. Have been looking for so long for the crown. Yes, you should have taken the crown. Thanks, I appreciate the sentiment. I give it my blood, sweat and tears. Town started with Ambassador Stent. I've been at this for many years. This is not for glory or fame, neither for papi show or for gain. I do this with honor. This is not for wrong. This is not for wrong. Everything good. I do this for the people who the leaders want stray like sheep. For good over evil. For the poor, the meek and the vaval central. Not for wrong. This is not for wrong. No. So if I lambast the government, well, that is not for wrong. And if I expose foolishness in parliament, well, that is not for wrong. But if I say that the government is the best, then that is for wrong. And the ministers will pass every test, then that is for wrong. See, my only ambition is to be like Papa Veda, a crafty Calypsonian. My objective and vision is to be like Educator, a true Calypsonian. Sing it, that is wrong. Let them hear it, that is wrong. So much lyrics and melody, the soul, the rhythm, the harmony is for wrong. Yes, you should have taken the ground. Solange, you love energy with great performance
You do good?
ability
I want to
for
tell
the
you
wrong.
one more thing.
Yes,
Come on.
you should have taken the wrong. I hear everything that you say, and I humbly tip my hat. This is not only about winning, for me it's much deeper than that. I don't do this for family or friend to come on stage to fake or pretend. It's because of my love for an art form I will always defend. But this is not for wrong. This is not for wrong. No, I do this as a songstress for those in Calypso jail who are voiceless. Corruption and injustice, well, I'm putting them evils on notice. Not for wrong, no, this is not for wrong, no. So when I sing about white collar crime, well, that is not for wrong. How politicians robbing the treasury blind, yes, that is not for wrong. But if I say that the government is on top, then that is for wrong. And not a single minister is corrupt, then that is for wrong. My only ambition is to be like Mighty Pep, a genius calypsonian. My intention with passion is to be like Lady Lynn, a melodic calypsonian. Sing it, that is for wrong. Let them hear it, that is for wrong. I wish to see integrity and a peaceful society more than wrong. Yes, that's more important than wrong. With good health care and a sound education, a tourism product second to none, more than wrong. Yes, that's more important than wrong. Look how can warfare increase and the murder rate is so sad. And our value system depleting, losing youngsters to bullets bad. We can't solve this mess overnight, cause there still is no end in sight. Plus the justice system, they still can't seem to get things right. Boy, this is not for wrong. For those in Calypso jail who are voiceless, corruption and injustice, well, I'm putting them evils on notice. Boy, you're the day.
A lot of music so that people could consume, and if you get tired of one, you go you listen to another one. So throughout the year you always have a new song to listen to, you understand? And then right now I guess it's catching on. As you can see, a lot of the artists are doing way more music than they usually did, you understand? So the trend is catching on, so that's a good thing for our carnival on a whole. And on top of that, a lot of people like to say they don't have music, they're hearing the music, here's the music, so we give in the music. Right, let us, instead of saying not they don't have their own music.
Well, maybe in fact you took a long break, what, 3 or 4 years? You took away?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And you came back with a bang 2 years ago.
Right.
Going all the way to winning the power and simply being a big name in the carnival. Now, tell us since that return, what areas have you seen you progressing?
Well, doing a lot of groundwork, which was the most important thing for me and my marketing team. doing a lot of groundwork, letting people get to know exactly who is Nitty. Understanding my direction is that it's not just putting in music for the now, but it's for the future. You understand? Putting my music out on the international level, on the global market. You understand? And it's been brilliant so far. So far we have accomplished, I would say 60% of what we're trying to get to, and it's working so far. Yeah.
You listened to your competition tunes for this year. What will it be, Groovy and Power respectively?
Yeah, we'll be doing both Groovy and Power.
Yeah.
So.
What's your choice?
So my Groovy song would be Warning. My Power song would be
Warning you.
Yes. Yeah. And my Power song would be Keep Up. Also, I'm doing 2 collaborations. One with Mika, which is I Am Soca, and one with Invasion Band T Blacks, which is With the Vibe. Yeah.
Right. So ready for the season, the competition as it were. You on in the semis coming up on the weekend.
Right. That's on Friday. The National Cultural Center grounds. You understand? Starts off 6 p.m. Guy.
Yeah.
6 p.m. sharp. Admission only $20. So come out and support the artists. You understand? Call it after work lime. Just me, the lime just be very nice.
How much do you enjoy the competition? What drive, what lift does it give you?
Well, my thing is that I always believe competition is a healthy thing for music, right? Being there, especially like yesterday we were speaking about it at rehearsal. That factor of having a competition among friends, where you could say, boy, I will give you licks, and everybody's still there together. People actually giving pointers as in your rehearsal. Before they told me it was never like that. To give you a thing, you could do 2 jams there instead of 3. Do that. I think you should go higher there when you do. You understand? Actually giving you advice, and with guys you're actually competing with, actually giving you advice as to, you understand? It's a brilliant feel, and this is what I believe on a whole. Our market here on competition should be to better each other, not to just say, "But we're going to win," and then you try to put down somebody, undermine them, but to push and elevate and make everybody else even better in the form of competition. Yeah.
Lots of music. You said 13 songs last year, 11 songs this year.
Yeah.
Clearly, you voted the most exportable songs. Your Power tune last year.
Right.
What have been the moves you and your team in your camp to exporting that music to get it out of St. Lucia? Tell us what has happened in the last year and a half.
So from the last year we've been campaigning on having a lot of collaborations and targeting a lot of the other Caribbean islands. As you could see, there's a lot of features from different countries. So we have a song with Skinny Fabulous, right, from St. Vincent. We have with lyrical sound from Antigua. You understand? Also we have additional music. I don't want to put out the name, I'm just going to say the country, from Barbados and Trinidad coming. You understand? So it's a lot of collaborations and just getting the brand across to the other markets, which is so far is working out very well. Yeah.
You have said that the key to it, I remember Barry Hyde, for example, was stressing is being physically present
on the ground.
Overseas market.
Right.
How does that work for you?
Yeah. It's rather important because people like to put a face to the name and understand and see what exactly you could not just listen to your music, but see what you could actually bring forth when it comes to performing and give you the true essence as to, let's say you just listen to Kes music, but when you see Kes perform, you actually like the song way more. You understand? So it's all about that. So we're trying to capitalize on that as much as possible to go out and be in the other countries, so that people could see and understand the brand of Imran Nudie.
Well, Imran Nudie, as you said, there's also the networking aspect to that. Meeting all the players in the market.
That's right.
Carnival and Miami Carnival, you get to the contacts that they know the person you know, and so they react a lot better when an offer comes.
Right.
As far as that's concerned. You mentioned that the competition is still on and still very central as far as your performance is concerned. You see what to touch on jazz. What are your concrete ambitions? The project coming in next year, what are your priorities project-wise in your career?
Well, my thing is to basically, like I said, we have a 5-year plan. Currently we're in the 3rd year. My thing is to basically get our music and the brand to that international market standing, to get among the big names. Like when you call a big name from an island, basically when you call St. Lucia, you could call the brand Imran Nudie. You understand? And that's basically the goal that we're trying to accomplish. And we're looking to even our market, you understand, as to getting the product across to people to make the brand name Renedy a household name, and that's basically our mission.
So really lots of music to share with the public, lots of music as far as your this year and beyond. You really clear out, so it's warning, the groovy,
Yeah.
and the power. You in fact you singing one and also in collaborating.
Collaborating, yes.
Looking forward. What have you sensed? Which songs are getting response among the power songs? That
So I Am Soca is being played a lot. Warning on a whole is one of the quickest climbing songs currently. With a Vibe is picking up. You understand? Well, it has picked up. Fine Wine was my first release though. Right, and right now Fine Wine is becoming. We're watching basically the trajectory of it, and it's actually shooting along with Warning. So I guess due to maybe the BPM or maybe around the overall aspect of the song, the two of them go hand in hand. So you see, it's not an issue for releasing many songs. Sometimes some of the songs goes together. Yeah.
Okay, Indeed will be performing in a while, but first time of Vaval Central.
Yeah.
You know, an artist has to really manage the time now. You have rehearsal,
Yeah.
performances, you have interviews.
Yeah, boy.
And
It
also
rough.
that you're not too tired. And
Yeah.
Some artists try to do so much of it. Repeated.
Yeah, it's just a matter of balancing. And then again, I believe it's important to scheduling your time and having a team. Basically, you the artist, I believe you should just focus on doing your music, your performances, and then have people handle that side. It keeps your mind free, less stress. It makes you do your best. Yeah.
We're going to play in a while. I want the two defending tunes as it will. We're going to play Fly, that the collaboration with, and then Ricky C and the two officials of Ricky C is doing this collaboration, HP for the power.
Okay.
The sense of power. So we line up these two I want. Ricky C with HP, and then also the collaboration from defending moving one at that slide. We're going to chip in the meantime, going to chip this from the Fine Time Steel Band. Just tell us what is the preparation like for Fine Time Steel Band?
Well, we go into the regular. Good morning, sorry Teddy. Hi, why everybody, guy, or nerdy. We go into the regular. The nights are not so late right now. We've tapered it down. We have some concerned parents. You know, we used to go later than 10, but now we have to stop at 10. We are understanding set of people.
Right, compromise.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Tell us the tune you're playing this year and the number of people and so on.
This year we playing Sly, Damn Proud Lucian. The way we operate, we send songs across for the arranger. And he decides what he feels is the best option with what we've sent to him. And this year he came out with Damn Proud Lucian.
Who is your arranger this year?
My arranger is the defending large band panorama champion in Trinidad and Tobago, BJ Marcel, Terrence BJ Marcel.
Yeah. That's your arranger this year. Tell us how many
He's my same arranger from last year actually.
How many players did you go in with this year? How many players?
Well, we had maximum with 85. You should be careful when you're making people come inside of here and play victim, you know, Teddy. At the end of the day, I heard an interview and people accusing people of preventing 5 more local players from playing.
Right.
And they're not at local maximum because they're bringing in foreigners.
Right. The quota for foreigners and
20% of the maximum.
must be could be for as a maximum for foreign.
Yeah.
For foreign players. Yeah. And so the point was whether they could go to 90 players overall.
Yeah, but if we are not at local maximum, then why should we increase by 5?
You're saying they should be using more local players.
But if we are not at local maximum, why are we increasing the number by 5, Teddy?
To allow the quota to work, the foreign quota to work. How have you fared in past years and what's the outlook for this year?
Well, this year we coming strong. We put in all our cards behind our arranger this year. We did also last year, but it was his first time. So he was kind of feeling the lay of the land and how the judging goes there, I should say. Yeah.
Where are your players from mostly? Are there many grocery people in the band?
No, well, it's half and half. It's half and half because I end up leaving Rosie and dropping a player all the way Bel Air, and so sometimes that's a bit difficult. Hence the reason, I was a bit tardy this morning, Teddy,
Yeah. The nights are long. I listen to Marky was saying also the nights are very, very long.
Indeed, and it's going to get longer in the next 2.5 weeks, yeah.
The Panorama. The placings, there's a year where you won back to back. What were the years?
We won 3 times straight actually, 2013, 2014 and 2015.
2014?
14 and 15.
Well, what is the formula? What do you think you have to do this time to get there?
Well, like Marky was saying, there are a lot of young players in the bands nowadays. And what you find is, as people grow, they move on, they get married, travel for school, travel for work. So it's a constant revolving door of players. And right now, there are a lot of young players in all the bands, I should say. There are a lot of programs going on, and we're very happy about that. But it's just to get our players up to speed. We've been practicing the entire song for quite some time. Actually, the arranger came in April, and he basically put down the entire song in 2 weeks. So we've had it for quite some time. So we've been practicing it a lot. We just hope we do the correct things and we get through this year.
Yeah. Well, Chiki, looking for the Panorama of staple in the competition. You happy with the turnout, the venue now? You think we're in a good place venue?
The venue, we working with it. The Sunday is fine.
Okay, you right there,
The Sunday is fine. The venue, patrons still prefer the old venue, but it is what it is. We go with what is available to us.
Yeah. Well, the size of stage, you happy with that?
The size of the stage is good. We've worked on it in the last couple of years. Before it was an issue, but as Kai is there, we've been having conversations and we've worked it out. I think to a decent degree.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Cheeky pan time, a big name in the pan. Looking no doubt for the big title this year.
Yes. July 13th, yeah, on the Sab.
The Sunday night.
Yes, the Sunday night, yeah.
Same day as Kiddies Carnival.
Yes,
Junior
indeed.
Carnival, Kayo, Junior Parade Band. Yes. Okay, we coming back, as you say, nerdy, just cool and calm. You look dangerous there. When you say cool and calm, so just resting. We come and ask on the outside. We're going to play the 2 tunes. We're playing Can't Believe Me by the 2 defending men, right? Sly defending with Can't Believe Me, and Ricky T says his camp said they're going ahead with his tune with HP for the power. He's had many, and he's choosing that one to go to combination. Okay.
Teddy.
What? You'll stay. To me, you'll have to stay there.
Yeah, you can see it.
You have to sit down?
I will try to later. Yeah.
Solution can even make them can't believe it. Walk on, you can't believe it. We bring the rhythm, the vibes and the alcohol. Feels when you don't know the rubber ball. Them can't believe it. Them can't believe it. These fed up the fact we just smash our place. We outside we sleep for days and them can't believe it. Walk on, you can't believe it.
them there. Right there, it's still on here. Yeah, that's space again.
We go line up after.
Production.
You bought her flowers.
Yeah, man. So myself and Ricky T, we will be into the semi-finals with the song Praises. Make sure you check it out. It's on the Red Mask Rhythm from Dutch Production. Well, Stratosphere Music now. Yeah, and we're making it happen, man.
Yeah. Well, do you miss it? Do you miss the competition?
Do I miss it? I do not miss it that Eddie, but yeah. Let me tell you, last year was one of the most stressful encounters for me in terms of preparation for any kind of competition. It was really a lot, especially since I was doing an event as well. So that had a double load on me, and it was just overwhelming. And I think I kind of broke down in a sense before, during, after, and I felt like getting off the stage was like a relief for me. Like, all right, I'm finally, that was it. Yeah. So yeah, at least this time around it's not on my own, you know, and Ricky T's camp is a well-oiled machinery, so they have their thing well set out, and I'm just stepping into to give some strength and to come out to at the end of the day, because I can't allow for myself and Ricky to come and then licks, you know. So we had to come good, real good. So we're hoping for the best, and we coming out. Trust me, we're gonna be coming out and putting on a real showcase, because people have seen the rivalry between us through the years, and to finally come and do a collaboration, you know, two of the, you could say we are stalwarts in the industry, you know, so it's to come and give a good account of ourselves. You can't discount the two kings on the night there. So get scared.
Some general advice to your competitors.
Yeah, I mean, just prepare for it. You know, study the greats. Look at different people from around the Caribbean, see how they do. And people have been really reaching out to me. A lot of the artists, if they know I'm in the competition, you know, but they're still calling me if I want some advice. And I'm always open to helping too. I don't have a problem with that. I always give advice and let them know here's stuff you could do. I give them good advice too. Stuff to give me licks, but it's all right. We are here to uplift this standard, and artists come good, you know, on Friday. Sorry, come sing your song, deliver your song, you know, with passion. Whether it's 5 people in front of the stage or 10, I want a number one, and so you know, just come out there and pretend like it's a crowd of 25,000 people you're performing to.
You saying you're number one?
No, I said I won at number one. So with a small crowd, you know, so just go out there regardless of how the crowd is or not, and deliver your best and put your best foot forward, because that might be the stepping stone. You might maybe you might win, maybe you might not win, but it's just something to, you know, lead to the next. And that's the power of Soca Monarch. It creates a platform for you to really advance yourself and, you know, create a stamp for your name in the industry, especially in St. Lucia.
Good vibe. We're going to Nerdy. The fans dying. They want to hear you singing that song. When you're born in, and then going after, you have something else to say. I can see some more advice for me.
I want you. Oh, let me tell you, Nerdy come good, huh? Yeah. Come good. The biggest songs never really win Soca Monarch.
Yes.
The most popular in all my 6 victories, I never had the biggest song.
Right.
Never, ever.
Told me that.
Never had. Even last year, he had the biggest power song with Sadi Party, and he came fourth. You know, so make sure you have all your things set out and ready. And yeah. It's not about. It's always on the night and delivering the song to the criteria.
And I believe the bigger songs is more pressure too.
Yeah. Oh yes. That's the next thing too.
Yeah, it's more pressure. When you have the bigger song, it's more pressure because people expectations are so high. So now you come in thinking what you're doing is top of the line, and people are expecting even more. Even the judges and them are expecting even more due to the fact that you have the biggest song. You understand? So it's actually it has it monsters.
And the commission tighter. Yeah. Big up the Reading King Sly. Big up yourself. You probably listening and big up yourself Sly. But no, it's good. It's all good, and we have a lot of people in the music. Good. I listened to a mix yesterday from DJ Shell's top to bottom. I didn't feel like skipping at any point. That's the amount of great quality songs that we have. You know, they might not seem like monster hits to you right now, but give them a chance, and you realize we have some great music for this year. Yeah.
We're going forward. We get ready we're getting ready for Nerdy, Iowa. We're going with warning first. Here, Mike, Nerdy.
Tell me if this right. Have your phone, but mine you want to use for light. Hey, who that be calling you in the middle of the night? Before I say something you think is fight, I want to fight. Yeah, you feel that I'm a fool, cause I taking it cool. Yeah, you feel that I'm a joke. Take care, you will get a stroke when you go to work. So listen, baby, 2 away could play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't doing it for fame. I said 2 away, we could play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't when you spread my name. I want in you, I want in you, I want in you before I horn in you. I want in you, I want in you, I want in you before I. Listen, I don't have to touch you to come make you feel it. I know that conversation there you want me to kill it. Every day I don't have to be talking so. Well, you go know, cause you feel that I'm a fool. Cause I taking it cool. You feel that I'm a joke. Take care, you will get a stroke when you go to work. So listen, baby, 2 away, go play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't doing it for fame. I said 2 away, we can play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't when you spread my name. I want it, yo, I want it, yo, I want it, yo. Before I want it, yo, I want it, yo, I want it, yo, I want it, yo. Before I want it, yo. Listen, don't send your friends there for me, your friends and your family. There's 2 sides to the story, yeah. Hey, and there's so much that somebody could take before they break. Cause you feel like I'm a fool. Cause I taking it cool. I'm a joke. Take care, you will get a stroke when you go to work. So listen, baby, 2 away, could play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't doing it for fame. I said 2 away, I said we could play the game. So if I cheat, I ain't when you spread my name. I want it, yo, I want it, yo, yeah, yeah, I want it, yo, before I hold it, yo. I want it, yo, I want it, yo, I want it, yo, before I hold it, yo. Yeah, yeah, every day, yeah. I tell you, don't worry. There's always 2 sides to the story. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I go in everywhere. Yeah, I go in every mass. Every fete I go, yeah, I got every glass. Well, I pull up in the first, then I live in last. The fete is a 40, but I the quarter pass. Hey, I go into everything. I have people forgetting their wedding ring. I make people say what they want to say. I make them misbehave a kind of way. That's why you cannot have a fete without soca. Soca, soca. You cannot have a fete without soca. Soca, soca. You cannot have a fete because boom, you need me for every pump. You need me with everyone. I say soca. You need me for every jump. I say everybody vaval central. Everybody they say oh 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 yeah oh 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 oh. I say soca. Oh 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 yeah Listen, hey, every place I say put the bears out, we drink in every case. I say yeah, we come together, me say every ways. I put some love in the heart and a smile on the face. Boom, I go into everything. I have people forgetting their wedding ring. I make people say what they want to say. I make them misbehave a kind of way. That's why you cannot have a fete without soca, soca. I say you cannot have a fete without soca, soca, soca. You cannot have a fete because you need me for every jump. Boom, you need me with every word. I say soca, you need me for every jump. I say everybody up in the place move. Hey, I say whoa oh 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 yeah
oh, 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 oh. I say, whoa, oh, 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 yeah, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Boom. You need me for every jump, you need me for every pump, you need me with everyone. Hey, you need me for every jump, you need me for every pump, you need me with everyone. Hey, everybody there. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I say, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Boom. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I say, yeah, hey, soca. Madam.
We're looking forward. We have our contestants. We have with us the contestants for the Queen Show. You stay with us, Nelly. We have all the video photo shoot in the big Vaval Central area.
Teddy, it seems like it's a movie you make me gun.
The movie about to start. So let's come this way, Nelly.
All right.
As we go through, the contestants will come through one after the other, introduce themselves again, and have the final pitch. But you're looking so nice and dull. Like, how do you make them out? I have to look looking different in Queen Show then on stage mode. Ladies, you feeling okay?
Yes.
So just one after the other to come forward and introduce yourselves again. And your final pitch to the public for that big Queen Show. Who's contestant number one? Wow,
Here.
Lucia.
Good morning, St. Lucia. Good morning, Vaval Central. I am Emily Tison, your Miss Bank of St. Lucia 2025. On July 5th, I urge you to come support my fellow contestants and I as we vie for the national title of Carnival Queen. See you there.
Who's number two?
Good morning, everyone. I am Katrina Oku, your Miss JP Chane 2025. Vive la vie! On July 5th at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay is where the Queen Show will be happening. Please do not miss it and see you there.
Good morning, everyone. I am Hadassah Romulus, your Miss Dazzle Magazine 2025, and I'm so excited to bring my creativity and my gifts to the stage on July 5th at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay. So come support me and my fellow contestants. See you there.
Good morning, St. Lucia. My name is Ziggy Vitalis, Miss Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited. Come see me and my pageant sisters as we vie for the crown. Creativity, poise, and culture on display. If you don't come, you will not be okay. See you there.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good morning from Miss Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort, Kittel Symphorian. I am urging the public to come out on the night of July 5th at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay. It is a celebration of women, culture, talent, our eloquence. You don't want to miss it.
Good morning, St. Lucia. My name is Shania Phillip. I am Miss Duty Free Point Seraphine, and I'm encouraging each and every one of you to come support me and my beautiful pageant sisters at the National Carnival Queen Show. It's all going down on Saturday, July 5th at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay. It's a show you would not want to miss.
Good morning, St. Lucia. I am Tatiana Clovis Freitas, your Miss St. Lucia Tourism Authority 2025. It will be a night of talent, a night of inspiration, a night of culture. So I'm encouraging everyone to come out as we vie for that crown and as we shine on that national stage. So see you there, and remember to let her inspire you.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just do it. We like Caribbean Galaxy. What is it? Dream it.
Do it.
Yeah, I still like drink. I say okay, but it sound like you're
Immense pressure, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Sundan.
But for the publicity, I say I'm good. It's all right.
But that's the duality of the experience. It's a good experience, but it also has its challenges.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance.
So, Asa, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
An imbalance, you say?
Imbalance is more stress.
soca monarch every day. I do that.
You prefer soca monarch to that?
Hey, big up you.
Performing Queen Show this year?
Well, Trevor, you had a question?
Terry, you said that they're wrong. That's like half a ticket
I can make in all of your licks.
That's contestant number 8.
Boy.
Who's your sponsor?
I go check Bunty. Did I know Miss Bunty this year, right? No. So, Mr. Bunty.
That the Queen Show committee has not called you yet.
We always do it. Trevor? Okay, that's all. Yeah, man. Big up the queens. Big up yourselves. Ladies.
That's about to be special tune. You have that one? The special tune for the ladies. Let's go. Caribbean Queen.
Boy, I tell I was supposed to be there, but I was out the road. That song is a hard song to sing on a Monday. Boy! That song do I
with high.
Boy!
Yes, but we can do it close. I will drop the key to about 2 seconds.
They sing it for me.
Run it up. Test yourself. Run it a cappella.
What? This girl precious. Something about the love she exudes contagious. And no one can deny, yeah. Girl, you are one of a kind, yeah. Your body simply divine, yeah. You don't need no makeup to shine, yeah. You ready, Iowa? Could be the way that you whine and you shake and you bumper. Yeah. Say, but you're more than that, you're pretty and clever. Every eye on you, girl, I star like glue. Baby, I choose you. Say, girl, you sweeter than a ripe mango, darling. You sweeter than sugar cane, my Caribbean queen. You sweeter than a ripe mango, darling. Hey, all right. Girl, you sweet. Salty. Hey, this girl precious. Something about the love she exudes contagious. And no one can deny, yeah. Girl, you are one of a kind, yeah. Your body simply divine, yeah. You don't need no makeup to shine, yeah. Could be the way that you whine and you shake and you bumper. But you're more than that, you're pretty and clever. Hey. Every eye on you, can I stop like glue? Baby, I choose you. Hey, girl, you oh, darling, you're sweeter than sugar cane. You're my Caribbean queen. You're sweeter than a ripe mango, darling. I cannot complain. You're my Caribbean friend. Ladies, yeah, you're sweet and you're sweet and you're sweet and I wanna let you know. Hey, girl, I hooked and I can't let you go. Girl, you're sweet and you're sweet and you're sweet and I wanna let you know. Hey, girl, I hooked and I can't let you go. Use the apple of my eye, the honey to my tea, and anywhere you go, that's where I wanna be. Say, baby girl, you're my cherry pie. My partner's telling me, boy, you tight. I change on you, body real white. Oh, go what? Could be the way that you whine and you shake up, yeah. Sing it out. But you're more than that, you're pretty and you're clever. Hey. So every eye on you, girl, I saw I grew, baby, I choose you. One more time, and girl, you're sweeter than a go on, you're sweeter than sugar cane. You're my Caribbean queen. You're sweeter than a ripe mango, darling. I cannot complain. You're my Caribbean queen. Hey. Girl, you're sweet and you're sweet and you're sweet and I wanna let you know. Girl, I hooked and I can't let you go. Hey, girl, you sweet and you sweet and you sweet and I wanna let you know. Hey, girl, I hooked on. Woo, girl, you sweet. Yeah, Teddy, the ladies, sweet, yeah. Big up all. So Trevor, we calling you.
Each lady, you have a chance just to say a thank you and a hello to your sponsor. So let's go. We're going, Miss Banker and Michelle, go first.
Okay, I would like to start by saying thank you so much for the continuous support throughout my entire journey. My family, my team, and my sponsor, Bank of St. Lucia, all the bank you need. I appreciate it. I am so thankful. And also, I will continue to represent my sponsor with grace, poise, and purpose. Thank you so much.
I would like to say thank you to my JP Shane family and the big support coming from the Mabaya Valley. I really appreciate it, and that has been pushing me through the journey, and I cannot wait to show you what I have prepared. Thank you.
I'd like to give a big shout out to the Dazzle Magazine family, Rankin and Alana. You have been so incredibly supportive of me and my creativity throughout this journey. So thank you so much. Thank you to my family and friends, and major shout out to Castries Central for having my back and being so supportive throughout the journey. Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to say thank you so much to my Galaxy family. Thank you so much for making me feel your warmth and your appreciation. I truly I'm so honored to be a part of the Galaxy family. So thank you so much for that. Also, special shout out to my chaperone. Thank you so much for my team, my mom, Yvonne Vitalis, my stylist. Big up you. I love you all so much. Yes, she is Yvonne Vitalis. Yes. So thank you so much. My heart goes out to all of y'all and my supporters. I want to say come out to support us. Come out to support us and give us that warm energy on the night. Thank you.
Super massive! I would like to express a heartfelt thank you to my sponsor, Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort. Fun fact, guys, I am part of the food and beverage team at Sugar Beach. So that just goes to show how supportive of a brand that they are, that I am employed there, and they chose to sponsor me at such a prestigious stage. So I am so thankful for that. And I would like to say to my entire Super family, thank you so much for rallying behind me. Your support, trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much.
Duty Free Point Seraphine, a huge thank you to you, the biggest of them all. I am so thankful that you chose to embrace me. You chose to have confidence in me and trust me. It is fueling me and it's taking me places. Another big thank you to my PI family. You guys have been a great support to me. I am representing you and trust me, I'm keeping you with me. So a big thank you to all of you, my family, my sisters. Thank you all.
Yes, I'd like to extend a great thank you to my sponsor, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for coping with me. I know I am a ball of fire, but when it comes to the stage, I am going to shine. So thank you to everybody else who has supported me, my mother, my family, my chaperone who till this day is running around with me every morning. Your support has never gone unnoticed and will never go unnoticed. So come out, everyone, July 5th at the Pavilion, Rodney Bay. See all of you there.
Public loving it. This time, video shoot time, nerdy. After, outside, photo shoot time. Ladies, you're fantastic. So to the public, they're looking forward to the show. Tickets sold out will be sold out. Good luck. You're very good. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, what's your show? Tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Teddy, let me get a free me.
Hey, give me one. Sorry, baby. You're good on the foot. Nice. Oh my God. Right now.
Thank you so much.
I've been working too hard, right now I want fit. I dare when they pass me, everything set.
River Down.
Mr. Bandida, I have a carnival fever. I heard you be needing vibes, I come here to deliver. But I didn't come here alone. We are not friends in this zone. We don't come for no long talking. We party from night and